friends, welcome back to Cooking with Gloria. Today I want to share with you some delicious summer squash boats filled with ground beef that I know you guys are going to love. My apron's on, my hands are clean, and I am ready to show you my ingredients. These are my ingredients. I have Himalaya salt, black pepper, dried cilantro, garlic cloves, Monterrey Jack cheese, corn, tomato, onion, bell peppers, yellow, red, and orange, and the summer yellow squash, ground beef. This is everything we need to prepare these delicious and amazing summer squash boats filled with ground beef. So let's get started. I want to start here first with my veggies. I'm going to remove the onion, and let's go to the sink and let's start rinsing every single one by one. This part is very important, rinsing your veggies before cutting them and adding them to a delicious and amazing recipe. Well, here I have them ready. I'm going to start with the squash. The summer squash is so tender, so delicious. You guys are really going to love it. Well, here I'm just cutting the edges, and I'm going to go ahead and slice it right through the center. Look at this. Of course, we are going to remove all the seeds. Let me show you how. I'm going to help myself with a spoon. And carefully, I'm going to be removing all the seeds from the center. Be very careful because you don't want to puncture and go through the squash. So I'm just going to go ahead, start getting all the seeds out. And this is where we are going to add all the delicious meat inside. Look at this. Okay, now I want to continue with the second one. Like I say, be careful. Remove all the seeds, making sure that you don't puncture it. Take your time doing this. At the end, it's really worth it. Well, I'm going to continue getting all the seeds out. Now that I have them nice and cleaned, I removed all the seeds from the center. Now I am ready to transfer them, and let's go to the stove. On the stove, I have a pan with boiling water, just water. I'm going to go ahead and add the squash inside for just 3 minutes. You don't want to overcook your squash. You just want to blanch it. So I'm just going to blanch it for about 3 minutes, no more than that. When the time comes, then I'm ready to remove every single one, getting it out completely of the water, letting it cool down slowly. Remember, you want your squash to be cooked, but not overcooked where it's nice and soggy. It still needs to be al dente. Well, I'm going to go ahead, leave them in here, let them rest while I continue getting the rest of the ingredients ready. I have the ground beef here. To this, I'm going to add the spices, and I am going to add half a cup of water. I'm not going to add any oil to this ground beef. Just the way it is, I'm going to add half a cup of water, and I'm going to let it cook in medium heat so it starts releasing all those flavors. Once you add the water, then I am ready to start adding the spices. I'm going to help myself. Remember that the salt is to taste. In the description box, you will have all the ingredients. I have the cilantro, dried cilantro. That really gives it such an amazing flavor. I have the black pepper, and I'm just going to whisk everything in, make sure that everything is incorporated. And then I'm going to cover it and let it cook in medium heat while I get the rest of the ingredients ready. I'm just going to go ahead and let it cook slowly. Always cook your meat in medium heat so it starts releasing its own juices. Well, here I have the garlic cloves. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start dicing them very small, very little pieces, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and transfer it to this little plate, and I am going to continue with the rest, chopping away the tomato in little squares. Everything is going to be cut almost the same size so that everything cooks at the same size. Time. I have my onion here. I'm going to cut it in little squares. I'm going to continue with my bell peppers, and just make sure that you take the seeds out. For this recipe, you don't need to add the seeds. These bell peppers are not spicy at all. You just want to go ahead and give it that flavor, give it that look with all these beautiful colors. But just remove the seeds and then continue slicing it and then cubing it in little pieces. Look at this. Okay, let's go to the stove and let's see how the meat is doing. Well, the meat has released all the juices. It cooked on its own juices, and as you could see, it barely has just a little tiny bit of oil, and it's the oil that the beef has releasing. So now at this time I am going to add the diced garlic, but let me show you the center. Look at this. If you don't need to add any oils, don't add any. Remember, we have control of how much oils our family are intaking. So just be careful. Add your garlic clove. Incorporate everything in here. Add the rest of the ingredients. Look at this. All those beautiful colors. Just incorporate them. Just like that. Making sure that everything is incorporated. Look at this. You could really see all those little pieces of the veggies. Okay, look at this. I'm gonna cook it just for about 10 more minutes and then this is done. You don't want to overcook it and leave it really dry. You just want to incorporate all the veggies and then let it cook just for about 10 minutes and then this is done. I love making this recipe for summer. It's a really easy, delicious, healthy recipe. Now I have everything ready and let me start assembling them. I'm going to add my squash. I'm going to add everything inside, of course, being very generous, adding a lot of ground beef and all the delicious flavors inside my squash. Look at this. Once this is done, of course, you know I love cheese. I'm going to add some Monterrey cheese right on the top and take it to the oven. I am going to leave it in the oven at 450 Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes. Remember, the squash is already cooked. Everything is cooked. You just want all the cheese, the Monterrey Jack cheese, to really melt away right on the top. This is what really gives this zucchinis an amazing and delicious flavor. All the combination is just perfection made at home. Okay, my oven has been preheated and this is my second kitchen, my outdoor kitchen. I'm going to put it in here for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I am ready to remove and the cheese is nice and melted right on the top. Look at this. Let me show you how they look. They look amazing, but the smell smells delicious. Of course, this is the plate I am going to enjoy. And of course, I need to plate the rest on this amazing plate for the presentation. I'll see you in a little bit. I can't wait to enjoy. My friends, I am completely done with this delicious and amazing summer squash boat filled with the ground beef and all the delicious flavors. Of course, I added a little bit of rice, but this is the part I really love and enjoy, tasting my recipes. Let's see how this came out. Excuse me. The zucchini is so tender, so soft, but yet it's al dente. It's not overcooked. Like I say, this is the part I really love and enjoy, tasting my recipes. Perfection made at home. If you liked and loved my recipe, I invite you to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, share this video on social media with your friends, with your relatives, so Cooking with Gloria keeps growing. Don't forget to push that notification bell, and if you did, leave it activated so every time I make a delicious and amazing recipe like I did today, yes, you're going to be notified. Before I say I see you soon, I wish you nothing but the best. Peace and love. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of my family. Like, subscribe, and share. See you soon. Bye-bye.